Hi guys, welcome to MicroREST EP Final Project. In this semester, my research mainly focuses on the strategies and techniques people use in their online videos, as well as the aesthetic of online video. In my EP Final Project, I want to share with you three things. The first one is the reason why we need to pay attention to the strategies and techniques and the aesthetic of online video. The second one is what specific elements should we pay attention to improve our online videos to a better level. And the third one is some interesting elements that I really like, and I think these elements could help us a lot in improving our own online videos. So let's start. So why do we need to pay attention to all those things? According to Jane Burgess' YouTube video, which we have already learned, she described the online video platforms are much more like a kind of business model. At first, it was a tool to spread information, just like the traditional media, the television, the radio. But due to the development of technology and the demands of the users, virtual communities began to appear in those platforms to satisfy the needs of interpersonal communication. At the same time, a phenomenon has emerged in this process, which, according to Chris Anderson, was called the crowd-accelerated innovation. In this innovation, there are three elements: the crowd, the light, and the desire. In this phenomenon, people in the crowd often follow the slides. They learn from those outstanding people, those outstanding works. They also have the desire to be the top, to admire by others. So they try to innovate. And that's why they need the strategies and techniques to improve their own online videos to be more popular. Besides, in Facebook's 2016 analysis by Facebook for Business, in this part, establish a connection quickly with your audience and capture attention right away. We know that 65% of people who watch the first 3 seconds of video will watch for at least 10 seconds, and 45% continue watching for 30 seconds. Consider video, thumbnail, images, and titles that will be hook people into your story. Brand color, themes, and imagery can help people connect the video to your brand. Front-loading lifestyle or product shoots and recognizable spokespeople can create interest, as can sense with action or vivid background. This article provides us some data and shows that if we use suitable strategies and techniques to build quick connection with our audience, we could make our video be really attractive. And I remember in the paragraph I just read, it mentioned some elements that could help us in improving our own online videos, such as the color, the theme, the image, and that's the second thing I want to talk about. I suppose to improve the content and the setting of our online videos, there are a lot of details we need to pay attention to. In this article, Introduction, the Aesthetic of Online Videos by Stephen Greening in 2016, he said at the end of the introduction part that it's certainly impossible now to write about how art works as if it was separate from the world, but we can concentrate on the sensation and the perception of online videos. We can analyze their techniques, styles, formula, and textural characteristics. When we looking through these online video platforms like YouTube, you could find that every different video have different colors with rich color. Their background music may be different. They may have narrative perspectives, and their language style could be different. Besides, one of the most significant things is that you can find that our video has their unique main color. Like this one is deep blue, this one is kind of brown, and this may be white and yellow. The first element I want to share you is the color. I think it's the most interesting and the most important one, because when we looking through those online videos, the color will give us the most intuitive experience and the strongest visual impact. According to this academic article, Impact of Color on Marketing, written by Cynthia Stein, an associate professor from the Department of Administrative Studies in the University of Winnipeg in Canada. As he described that color is ubiquitous and is a source of information. People make up their minds within 90 seconds of their intuitive interactions with other people or products. About 62 to 90% of the products from competitors, but also to influencing moods and feelings, positively or negatively, and therefore to attitudes towards certain products, given that our moods and feelings are unstable, and that color plays roles in forming attitudes. It is important that managers understand the importance of colors in marketing. I think because of the Jambre's definition about online video platforms, that online video platforms is a kind of business model. I think we could also consider that our online videos are products. And if we want our products to be popular, we need to use suitable color in our videos to make our videos as attractive as possible. After sharing all those academic article results and other information, which could be kind of boring, now I'm going to provide a specific example. What we just saw was a Mendelux advertisement, and we could find that Mendelux used plenty of bright red in this advertisement. Why does he do this? According to psychological study, red is often associated with energy, passion, and activity. Studies even stress that the color red can increase blood pressure and heart rate, and it is widely believed that red stimulates appetite, which might explain why many fast food brands, including McDonald's, rely heavily on this color throughout their videos. We find that the color strategy could make an influence on the audience in a psychological level. So, and in addition to this color strategy, I want to introduce another interesting part about transition. So when we think about this transition, we simply think about some interesting cartoons. And here are some little examples.
A few moments later, one eternity later, 3 days later, 12 seconds later, 3:28 a.m., 3 weeks later, many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Tomorrow for sure. Eventually, 12 o'clock midnight. 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Meanwhile, 2 hours later, 8:01 p.m. the next day.
And this kind of funny cartoons are really weird if you just see them directly. But in those vloggers, they are really a good part to make those transitions smooth to connect the materials between each other. And for this transition part, I made the interview with an online video fan who mainly focuses on create videos in TikTok and YouTube, Jerry Lee, and she provides me some really interesting ideas. So do you think what strategies those creators use to catch people's attention in their video to make themselves much more popular or to get more attention?
I feel like doing the online videos is quite similar to other media. So therefore, I think the most important thing is you have to determine what kind of audience you want to face to. So, for example, if your audience is the people who are like who like traveling, so you do the travel videos. But if your audience is who like cooking, so you do the cooking videos. Therefore, if you kind of catch their eyes, catch their interest in your videos, so you have to keep on doing this kind of styles. Yeah.
Okay, so I know what you mean. You mean that those creators should make some target content for their target audience, right?
Exactly.
And so what kind of thing do you think that could to help them to improve their videos to a better level?
Uh, so as I said, for the TikTok, their users do not edit their videos too much. So I mean, in the future, if someone collect enough followers, perhaps in the future they can improve or get better equipment on taking the videos. And perhaps in the future they can do more creative things within videos. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so how do you think about the transition part? You know, in some videos, they may add some cartoons,
Mm-hmm.
such like they may add some cartoons in SpongeBob, just like
Mm-hmm.
the 2,000 years later, those really funny little cartoons. How do you think about that?
I feel like a transitions is first of all is quite an important strategy of making a video because using the transition you can points that we will have a more important or more funny part after the transition, so it reminds the your audience to focus. And second, on the other hand, the transitions that the transition most of the transitions are about a kind of widely used pictures or videos. For example, as you said, the 2000 years later, that the picture or to be continued, that video, as you know, that is very is widely used in the YouTube to be continued, and also the BGMs. You know, it always appears with the to be continued, not BGM. I forgot the name, but you know, that music. So these are all the things that people are using it very frequently. So yeah, I do believe it's a quite important uh, strategy for the videos. Yeah.
So how do you think about those videos on YouTube and Bilibili? So what do just like the transition part? So do you think that what kind of things related to this part could be improved to make those videos better?
Well, I feel like the transition is only one strategy of make helping your videos be successful, but the most important thing is still the content of your videos. So if you got great content, the content is liked by a large number of your followers, the transition will be kind of things that helps you um, improve the experience of watching the videos. But your content is not that interesting, the transition doesn't help you anymore. So the
So
focus should be on the content.
yeah, so I see you mean that the content is the first thing that the creators should be noticed.
Mhm.
And maybe those strategies on how to present the content could help to improve their or the audience the watching experience, but it's not that important. The content is still the
Right,
how to say the most important thing.
right.
And just as you say, maybe the creative provides a really good transition, really good background music, all other things, but its content is terrible. It
Right,
still
right.
could not attract money for audience, right?
Yeah.
In that, it is short interview part. Jerry mainly talks about three things. The first one is that the creators need to make some target content for their target audience. As he describes that if you make some cooking videos, you need to focus on something related to cooking, not something else. And for the second one, he talked about the transition animations are a good way to set the stage for the rest of the video and recapture the audience attention. I think he is right. Yet, and everyone who makes those vloggers could find that it's a good way to connect all the resources, materials in their videos. And for the third thing, he still stressed that no matter how you improve your transition part, how you maybe improve your color strategy and other things, the, the most important thing about your online video is still your content. You need to make suitable content. Make the content needs to be attractive enough. All those strategies and techniques are all adjust the things that could help you to make your video to be much perfect. But if your content is not good enough, you can't attract you can't attract your audience, and you could not be popular.
To draw a conclusion, in this final project, we mainly focus on three questions. The first one is why. To make our own online videos be more attractive and build a quick connection with the audience, we need to focus on the strategies and techniques. The second one is the elements, which contain the colors, background music, the narrow perspective, the language style, the main color of the video content, the transition, and etc. And we need to focus on all kinds of details. And the third one is how to improve these elements. In my final project, we mainly talk about to use suitable color to attract audience on a psychological level, using interesting transition to set the stage for the rest of the video and recapture the audience attention. And besides, as my interviewee Jerry Lee suggests, we need to make target content for target audience. The content will always be the really important thing.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I think it's a really achievement for me to complete this final project. I think this final project is really helpful and impressive for me. It's not like there's normal test at the end of the semester. I think this final project needs you to think creatively, to find some unique points about your research, to find some suitable resource to provide your claims, and to deep further. Besides, I want to express my thankfulness to my professor Jordan. Thank you so much for your patience and guidance during this semester, which helped me really a lot. Thank you so much.